This is it. We are on the last battle with the Netherbrain. We got destroyed at the end of last episode, but I've got the play. I've got the play this time. Karlach. Won't let her use Misty Step. That is a shame. What about Lae'zel?
I am death.
Misty Step, baby. I think we Misty Step. Then we dash. Wait there, let's not dash yet. Because
Taking position.
we can still attack here and still get in. I think what we want to do is we want to throw. Throw is probably going to do more damage. Let's test it out.
In my best interest.
17 damage. 6 to 13. Throwing's definitely the play. Definitely the play. Lae'zel, baby. Do we have any good murderous cut? Throw these. These are good damage. Beautiful. Now she can't enrage, but we will do next turn. End her turn.
God,
Karlach.
it's hot in here.
I want to get over there with her. She does have fly. I don't really know what this does. Flight. Does that... Flight at target position. Not the best, if I'm honest. Not the best. However, maybe. Let's try it out. What, lads, what's the point of fly when it's dog shit?
Want to? Oh.
That's fine. So you can get up on ledges. It doesn't really help you on movement speed wise. Now, while she's here, we might as well deal some damage. Light it up! Decent. Wait there, she had movement. Lad, this is all going tits up, but it's fine. We could have had this thing killed, but I don't actually know how fly works. Wait there, I think I did... Fuck this. Let's start again, lads. Touch and cloth. Lads, it turns out fly doesn't actually use a green charge, which is weird. Once you activate it, you can use it for free. Because we still got a chance to attack there, which I thought it negated it. And we've loaded the wrong save right with there. Delete this. Right, let's start over again. As long as we can get her and Lae'zel over to that side, we've won. Hands down, easy. I just think it's dog shit how Misty Step doesn't work 70% of the time. Like, we've got Misty Step with Karlach, but it didn't work. Does it work this time after a reload? No, it doesn't. Oh shit, we used it, man, didn't we? Oh, we used it in the previous battle. Okay, let's try fly again. So this doesn't use it, even though it's green, it doesn't use a green slot. Okay, it's actually pretty good then. Brilliant. And now she can do... Okay, lads, we have beasted this. Not enough movement. Not enough movement, lads, really. If I'm honest with you, could we not just get a similar distance if we jumped? But then again, we'd have to jump onto that. Okay. Last try. If Karlach can't get there with fly, then we're leaving it. I just want this first turn to count. Flight. Fly, baby.
Count on me.
Too far in it. She just can't make it. Oh my god, she can! Light it up! 54 damage. Sorry, it didn't. It's not 54 damage. It's 5 and 4. It looks like a 54. It's dead. Oh my god, it worked. We're gonna do this without calling reinforcements. It's gonna be a banger. 2 HP. And we've got more movement speed. I do not understand this. How did she get extra movement speed? I don't understand it. Right. Lae'zel, baby. You know the drill. We could use Celestial... Nah, I don't want to use a green slot. We need to kill that. Misty Step.
Taking position.
Dead.
Taking position.
Beautiful. Now, I don't think anybody else is in range, but I am going to try. Yes. Perfect. These guys are our infiltrators. Oh shit, you know what I've just realized? I never spotted this through the entirety of the last battle. 4 turns before the Nautiloid is on its way. It's mad when you just, like, red mist can only focus on one thing. I've never even seen that until now. That's crazy.
I wonder if this is worth...
Right, Sken. I am tempted. Wait there, Orpheus. He has to be the last character in turn.
Need to act fast.
What can Shadowheart do? That's amazing. I honestly think we risk this.
Moving.
I still think we risk the hold. 4 targets. If this works, it'll give us a lot of breathing room. We got 2 of them. So that means Sken can run in and kill. However, I don't think we want to do that because they can revive each other. I think it would be a waste. Does Sken go for the Emperor? Or does he run for the... I think Sken goes for the Emperor. What I think we do need is we need this. Or Reflect any projectiles targeted at you back at the point of origin. I'm going to put that on. Just as protection. Because I'm not sure if they're going to attack her since there's no one else to attack. She can stay there.
Time to push my luck again.
80 health. We could kill that in 2 hits now that we're a guaranteed crit. Or we could go for the Emperor and hold their concentration. I honestly think we have to go for the Emperor. Rage. I think this is the only way. Full send on the Emperor. It has to be. Get him!
Won't take me yet.
Nice! That was a dirty crit. And again! Beautiful. Even if we die, as long as we take him down, that's fine. This is a good play. Excellent play. Now, Orpheus. Does he have any sort of movement? Maybe we keep Orpheus here and full send into the Emperor. Mind Blast. 18 to 108. Do it! $34 damage is okay. Can we finish him? This is dangerous. Jeremy says you have to use giant mode in this fight. I do want to use it, but it wastes a full turn of attacking. However, on Sken's next turn, we're now enraged, so we can go giant mode and still attack and kill the Emperor. I'm not gonna. 7 to 34 damage. 23 damage. The only problem is this puts us in harm's way because it's a force tunnel. I need something that does 1 turn damage 7 to 34. Fucking have some. Have some! Oh my god, we eviscerate. Lads, that black hole spell is amazing. Now. I need the Emperor to back off. Sorry, Orpheus to back off. I'm going to send him up here next turn. I just need to keep him out of harm's way. That was gorgeous. Right. Nullify the spell. Perfect. Look, she's trying to cut us off. Teleport. That's fine. I've just realised that there's a ramp up. It's like a red thing. Magic missile. Are they trying to kill Lizelle? That's fine. I knew they'd go for Sken because he's the biggest threat. Dragon, possibly kill Sken. Don't do it. Oh, they went for Orpheus. Shadowheart. Did she... It broke Shadowheart's concentration. Shit. That's fine. I've got to get Orpheus over there. Giant time. It's Mighty Morphin time, lads. Where is it? Oh, we can't. Do you know why we can't giant form? Because I used it in a speech check against the Netherbrain. Shit. Not that it matters. Not that it matters. I think... Let's take over Karlach. This is the wisest play. Because she can get over here and kill that with thrown weapons. These are the biggest threats, and this will clear a path for Orpheus.
My little trick.
Get him! What we should do is... She's not enraged. Oh, because we couldn't enrage her at the end of the first turn. That's fine. We will get enraged at this turn. Die! Come on, crit. 1 HP. I'm sure they are meant to survive with 1 HP. Rage. Lae'zel. It's your time to shine, baby. Is she enraged? She's not, but she will be at the end of this turn.
Make way.
Nice. We are slowly moving up the flank. Get him.
Taking position.
Perfect. Rage. We've got another attack, but we can't really... Well, we can. Perfect. Right, we've got 2 barbarians and rage at the top. And they've got good throwing, so they can do big damage to the dragon without actually being in the dragon's range. Biggest problem I've got is...
Can't even catch my breath.
Sken's gonna die. Orpheus. We can't move Orpheus unless anybody else has had their turn. I kind of feel the dragons... We're not going to be... I think we should cut down the dragon. Do it!
Blood follows me everywhere.
Again. Oh, then again, this dragon's not even that hard. Half health already. We've just got to survive.
Let's go.
Shadowheart?
What should I do?
I think you should heal. Should we heal or should we do something else? What could she do? She could attempt hold person again to try and mitigate some damage. I think mass cure wounds because I need healing on myself. Orpheus as well. And Sken. That's it.
Take your...
Decent. Bonus action.
Take your...
Because if we can just use her as a tank there, I think that's good. Right, she's ended. Right, okay. 3 turns. We've got to get over here. Does he have any sort of fly ability? Levitate. He does. It's technically free. Awesome. Can get in. This guy's a cockroach though. We can this guy can jump for days. Because it's classed as levitate. Jesus. Okay. This guy's got some mad ass powers. We do it again. Huh? So that's how you use fly and levitate. You can use jump to just keep going places. This is insane. Jesus Christ. This is a green action. Next turn we'll be next to the crown as long as he survives. How can we get closer? Right, okay. We've got this next turn. Let's do some damage. Big damage. on the dragon to give Sken some help. Concentration blast. Not far enough. Where's the black hole? I like the black hole. Fucking amazing, wasn't it? Beautiful. And we can use this. Oh, no, 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 don't use that. Lads. I nearly sent him flying off the edge. I don't think he has any more ranged things he can use. Right, end his turn. Let's see how this thing plays out. Yeah, look, that's excellent. They're using Shadowheart. They're being distracted by Shadowheart like fools. You have lost. Shadowheart's just deflecting spells left, right, and centre. See, that's a problem. I think he will survive. Oh, the dragon's going for Lae'zel. That's fine. She barely felt it. Go on, tackle Sken. Good. I am the meat shield. The dragon. The dragon is dead. Come on, baby. Full send. I want some dirty crits. The dragon is just another distraction, but it's a distraction that can do massive damage, so I do want it dead.
Let's cook with fire, baby.
Right, this is fire, baby. I want
Victory awaits.
Lae'zel. Oh, I can't use actions. She's succumbed to flee.
My word.
I can help her, but last time we did this, it didn't work. If I help her, I still get one extra throw, which means I maximize my attacks.
Knock, knock.
Come on, Lae'zel, baby. I hope that worked.
Time to strike.
It didn't, bro. It didn't work. See, I don't think you can help. If you know what it says, you can help your allies when they like command it to do something. I've never seen it work. I thought it was just a bug. Maybe it is a bug. So we'll just leave her there and we'll go for the maximum damage on the other caster. Yeah, that's dog shit, that. Only problem is we can't get through. Shit. This area is blocked. We can't even use Orpheus. That's through a spanner in the works. Now what we can do is we can jump. We can jump over this. Your soul is mine. Can we get to it? Oh my god, we can. However, I want her there so she can see the battlefield. And I'm pretty sure her throws do more damage than anything else she can do. We're not going to be able to kill this here, but it will be close. Come on, baby. Come on, crit. 4 HP. Nightmare.
Swift and lethal.
I think we need big damage on the dragon to make sure it dies. Light it up! Wasn't that big of damage, but it was still damage. We can still throw a cheeky heal. Look at all of our health. Sken? Let's go for a full send heal on Sken. Level 4. Keep him in the game. 17 HP, I mean, that wasn't great. Now, what we could do... I'm not moving her, it's not worth it. Orpheus. Right. This is it. Cautious compulsion. Light it up. Can't use actions. Channeling causes compulsion. I've got actually no idea what this does, unfortunately. The caster must channel this spell until their next turn for it to take effect. Okay, that's why. We've got to protect him for next turn, which could be a problem because he's got 89 health. If that attacks it, he might die. We don't have a choice. Best we've got. Come on, baby. Good, they're all going for Sken. You fools. She dropped her weapon. She's not bothered. She doesn't care. She throws weapons. Oh, they're all converging on us. Mind blast. He wasted his turn. And he's using fire breath on Karlach. You fool. Got no idea what that did there. Have we done it?
This is it. Keep the enemy away until the brain is completely subdued.
Kill the dragon. It must die by my hand. Yes! It is done. Now, what we can do, we can make a play for this. If possible. I'm risking the damage just to get this extra distance. Come on, baby. Hopefully it's not. It's just out of range, which is fine. Out of range. I think we can just end the turn. There's no... We can kill this. Out of spite. Just end the turn. Right, Karlach. Oh, this got full health. Somehow. Oh, there was another one. Wait, there is Lae'zel in action. Where's Lae'zel? She's still stunned. You mother... Oh, we did it. We just had to wait.
Is weakened. This is our chance.
We did it. We just had to wait.
Will not submit.
Even bound, its will is stronger than anything you've ever felt. The chains shake, threatening to break at any moment.
It's vulnerable, but not defeated. Use the portal. We will bring it down together.
Absolute freedom.
Its will is weakening.
Oh, shit.
The brain is almost defeated.
Right, hold on. What are we doing here? The brain is resisting the chains of Casus. Defeat it before it breaks free. So we've got to get everybody through the portal. We can't control anybody else. We can. Karlach! The portal! Beautiful. Now. Just do damage? Do you think? I'm glad I didn't waste her turn then, because then we would have had to wait another turn. Path is interrupted. Are you sure about that? Lads. We can attack it, but I don't... Why is this path interrupted? It's clearly not. This game is scuffed to bits. Bro. She just threw her weapon into a pit and lost it. Come on now. Right, we're just going to have to get up close and batter it because the throw doesn't work here for whatever reason. If they do patch this game, which I'm thinking they will, they need to look at the throwing mechanics. Because it just doesn't work. Right, we need to get Karlach in the portal. Right. Let's see if it's fixed since we've reloaded it. It might have just needed a reload. Throw. It says death. Throw death. Path is interrupted. Tell you what, we're going to go down. Right, I want to jump. I want to get right in front of it. We're just going to stab it in the face. Raw dog. That'll do. Light it up. We take 12 damage every time we hit it. Oh no. It robbed us of our turns.
I smell blood.
Okay. Shadowheart baby. I'm going to try and get her to the portal. I don't think we will be able to get her to the portal.
On I go then.
But
On my way.
we'll try. We'll try and just aggro these guys because I don't know if they're going to follow us in or not. Orpheus, what can he actually do? He does have big damage. Concentrated blast. Let's do it. Actually, before we do this, examine. Psionic retribution. It creates brain quakes as a reaction. Too powerful for evil than momentary god's magic. Causes of compulsion could not dominate it completely. Other than that, it's got no. So what we'll do is let's fly because it's technically free. Let me get here. See if we're in range of it now. Come on, mate. I need a full send on this blast. 34 damage. It's not great. Can we use this? Target can't be restrained. That's a bust. Right, I'm keeping him there, just out of reach. This is harsh, this fight. It just added a new element to it. Sken's still in the middle of the battlefield. Hopefully she breaks. Oh, he's been commanded to flee. That guy died of fire, which I'm happy about. Come on, baby. If Lae'zel can break free.
My will is yield. Surrender.
What is it doing? Oh, it must destroy platforms. Something's happening here. Oh, the Nautiloid arrived. That's fine.
A crack in its defenses. Now we can destroy its true self.
Right, my guy's immobile. Can't do anything with him. Shadowheart, baby. What can she do? Maximize her jump. She's going to have to jump. Oh no, there's a platform there. Dash.
On I go.
So at least she'll make it. She'll make it next turn, but she won't have any moves. But she'll actually be in the portal. That's fine. Is Lae'zel free? Come on, baby. She's free. Get your sword. Join us. Oh, Lae'zel is top tier. Lae'zel's the fucking best. Bazel. Best character in the game. Now, I imagine we don't want to be on these platforms because they... She can arch. It doesn't do much damage, but I think throw's going to be out the question, isn't it? Yeah. Right, we'll stay up here and arch. Bolt of Celestial Light. That's not going to do much. Mind broken. This boss is a nightmare.
Bye forever, pal.
Can they survive being mind broken? I'm not sure. Good. Maybe you can only be mind broken once. She's got this. Full send, baby. Yes, Karlach. Beautiful. Now, this guy. Can this guy actually heal? I'm sure he did have a healing spell of sorts. Devour your foe, lowering all of their ability scores initially by 5 and by 1 each subsequent turn. Additionally, you regain 2 to 20 hit points per turn. This lasts for 5 turns. 5% chance to work. Not worth it. Extract brain. Only if it's stunned. I think we just go with the biggest... What about black hole? 7 to 34. I think we go for the full send. 18 to 108. We have to just try and get max damage to shut it down. 28 damage. It's pathetic. It's a shame this doesn't work. Target can't be restrained. Now we need to get off this platform. I think these platforms are all going to collapse, aren't they? Okay. Let's see what happens here. Shadowheart's been silenced, but I don't think she cares. At least they don't seem to be... Oh, my guy's dropped his weapon. They don't seem to be clever enough to go through the portal, which is nice. Did that flea work on my guy again? Shit the bed. Shadowheart doesn't care about that. I think we've got this. I think we've got it. This thing can't... Orb of Negation. Yeah, it does. It destroys all the paths. Maybe. What's going on here? Oh, it's the Nautiloid. Kill all its friends. Did it get Sken? It didn't. What the hell was that? Karlach's dead. Her platform died, even though it didn't look like it did. This is brutal, this fight. Absolutely brutal. I don't think we can do this. Although Lae'zel... She's still in. Unless that did some sort of blast that knocked her back. That's a shame. Actual bullshit though. Come on, baby. She got mind broken. Bullshit. Ancient grudges. That could have come in handy, actually. Use it. I wonder if that would have protected against being mind broken. I don't know.
Time to strike.
I'm sweating here, lads. Sken. We could... Oh, he's under command flee. Bullshit.
End this.
Right, come on, Shadowheart. You are our only hope. We need to get her inside. Yes! Oh, now she means fucking business, boys. Next turn. She's okay here. I think she's okay here. Is this in range? Probably not. We don't really have a choice. Sken, wake up. Right, we just need to go full send on the damage again. Concentrated blast. It's only got 87 health. If we crit this, it's dead. Of course we wouldn't. Right, this is it. This is the turn. This is the turn where we do it. They're just using the spells on Sken. I'm actually glad they do this because I was worried about them getting through the portal. I don't think they can actually go through the portal. You're wasting your time. The brain will die. Right, as long as this doesn't kill Orpheus. Oh, do you know what it is? I know how it works now. It doesn't work at how I thought it worked. The Orb of Negation, I thought, destroyed platforms. It does, but it's actually a bomb. So if I remove my characters out... Orpheus is a goner. It's actually only down to Lae'zel and Shadowheart. This is hilarious.
I will ascend.
52 health. We should have... See, this is why this game is bullshit. Because if we'd have just known to keep our allies on the outside, we would have had this done. Hopefully she passes the brain check. If not, she's dead. She's dead.
What's the plan?
Shadowheart, baby. You are our only hope. Four to 40 damage. It's got 39 health. Light it up. It's got 18 health. We can kill it next turn, Shadowheart, baby. Baby, stand there, because I don't. This orb thing looks like it could do massive damage. Just run over there. Now, spiritual weapon, great sword, level 3. There's a potion of superior healing on the floor. Great sword, baby. You are our only hope. Right, we'll end her turn. Lads, this is coming down to the fannies here. If Sken can get his senses back, we can get there. But he's being bombarded by mind controlling spells, which is brutal. Look at all these spells. He's a beacon for these guys. The thing is though, this battle's not actually that hard. Like, now that we know how it plays out, before the battle I would just equip everybody with Misty Step, like we did with Karlach and Lae'zel, and get them all there straight away. We know how Fly works now. It's only taken us, what? 100 hours of gameplay to realise how Fly works, but we figured it out in the last battle. Jesus Christ, lads. These turns don't matter. Shit, did he just do 59 damage to Sken? Sken's got 9 HP. Listen. Orb of Negation. Lads, this could be it. This could be over. We might have failed at the last hurdle. Oh shit, she's got an extra attack. She's got the attack. Light it up! Get wrecked. Is it dead? She got it! Shadowheart MVP.
Impossible.
Yes! Your brain is forfeit.
Reconsider. Assess. Implore. Surrender.
There. At last. It is subdued.
Spare me. Join me. Wield me. Become absolute.
And thus, I honor my mother's legacy. The grand design, once again, ended by my line.
The brain is on the cusp of its final thought, and it's taking all of Orpheus's strength to keep it there. An opportunity, perhaps.
No. No.
Hopes, nightmares, and the screams of legions upon legions of unborn Illithids. The pain rips through you, obliterating all thought, all feeling. Your tadpole burns in your brain. Silence. For the first time in a long time, your thoughts are entirely your own. And then, gravity.
We did it, baby. Shadowheart for the win, baby. That is right, Jeremy. She pulled out all the stops in that battle. What a battle. Awesome job. Cheers, Jeremy. I wonder if it's over, though. Is there going to be another twist? Awesome. I wonder if all of them die. Or do they get their own consciousness back? Since they're not being controlled anymore. Okay, so this is actually devastating because they might lose their control from the Netherbrain. However, they're still mind flayers. They're still going to act like vampires a bit. Perfect. No mercy.
Everything you did, everything you sacrificed, it was worth it. For this.
I know some survivors who are having roast brain tonight. Tonight, we feast.
Nobu, this moment is for savoring. There will be tadpoles to snack on later.
It's over. It's truly over.
Against all odds, we cured ourselves. Free from the parasite. Free from the prospect of ceremorphosis. I can hardly believe it. We will not become accursed illithids. Not to cast any slight on you, of course. Your present form is but a sign of your gallantry.
Even when my time in the prism stretched out like eternity, when escape seemed impossible, I never lost hope. I knew that my destiny was to liberate my people, to return to them triumphant. I was wrong. It seems I can only fulfill one part of my destiny. My people will be liberated, but I cannot return to them. Not like this.
I agree.
You helped me destroy that abomination. Now help me destroy myself. You must kill me. But first, Lae'zel, I need your promise. Carry my hope. Carry my burden. Call my dragons, Kulos and Kuthos, and ride to the Astral Sea. Destroy Vlaakith. Release our people. Be our future and our legacy.
Awesome. You should do this, Lae'zel. Your people need you.
Duty. All my life I've traveled in its slipstream, not once questioning its path. In its service I came here. And now, in its service, I leave. I will carry your hope, Prince Orpheus, and I will carry your burden. But to that burden I must add my own. The loss of those I leave behind.
Lach crashed Macvlek. So be it. Now, give me my freedom from this form.
Vlaakith needs to die. He needs to die. We can't have any mind flayers. They're a scourge on this earth.
Githka Tavkim crashed.
I love Lae'zel. She's my favourite character.
Kulos!
She will become queen. She is already my queen.
Jacques Von Findu, source of my joy. Without you, I wouldn't have known warmth. Only ice and fire. I can never forget you. Your name will be etched in our slates. You will be called Mlagir, Liberator.
And you will forever be my queen.
To the skies!
Bro, I just got chills. Lae'zel's actually the main character of the game, isn't she? She leads her own fleet of dragons.
Look, the Githyanki take flight.
With the Githyanki gone, there's nothing left but the silence of the city, smoldering, waiting to be rebuilt. But it seems that Gale's mind is elsewhere.
The crown. It's somewhere in the Giontha.
Won't
If I
do it.
salvage the stones, I can reforge it.
Gale. The man's a
Once I
fool.
have, I'll take it to Mistra. Perhaps with this offering, she'll finally cure me of the affliction of the orb.
Stop. Are you sure you're ready to give up such powers? You'll never have the chance again. Perhaps with this offering, she'll finally cure me of the affliction of the orb. These sentences don't make... Where's the option of, leave the crown alone, you fool? Perhaps. Or she might just reject you again.
Regardless, it's the right thing to do. That's good enough for me. A wise man learns from his mistakes and strives not to repeat them. I shall bring the crown to Mistra. If this adventure has taught me anything, it's that there are things in this world far more valuable than power.
Oh, so he's doing the right
Besides,
thing.
Grown quite fond of this merry band of ours, but I'd quite like to see what happens to it. I'm sure a summons from Mistra will appear soon enough, but until then, I propose we celebrate our victory as mortals do best. Eh? With a drink in our hands and reckless abandon in our hearts.
Now you're talking. After all that, I think I'll need a drink in each hand and a third on the table.
True.
But I think right of choosing should fall to you. What'll it be?
Did you see Halson's head in the background do like a bloody exorcist? Hope you know how to do it on the back of a dragon, because you know you're gonna. True. Wait till she comes back on that dragon. Daniel, bro, how's it going? Got here in time. The game is cool, right? The game is phenomenal. One of the best games I've ever played. Tonight, we feast.
There is much to do. But a drink might be nice. A seat would be better.
Many died so that we could see this day. They deserve to be honored. But first, we revel and rest.
We're short a tiefling. Where is Karlak?
She fell to her doom, unfortunately.
Her time is running short, and so too is your window to say goodbye.
Oh, she's here.
We did it, soldier. The city's going to be all right. And so are you.
How good does Karlak look in that armor?
Engine's finally cooked. Held on just long enough. So, how'd I do?
Beyond amazing. You were spectacular in every way.
So are you. My friend. My companion. I adore you. Careful! Hot! I never gave up. I did my best. I did my best. It's the one thing I can't beat, isn't it? I wanted to live in my city with my friends. But life is for the living. And I saw... Goodbye, son. Goodbye, sea. Goodbye.
No, stop. I won't allow this. Karlak, you're coming with me. Back to Avernus.
You can't.
It's your decision, Karlak. It always has been. You have to choose.
So, what do you say? Die here now, or live on with the blade of Avernus at your side. Zariel won't touch you. I swear it, Karlak.
Fine. I'll go.
Nice.
With you. But we have to go. Now. I can't hang on much longer.
Awesome. That's actually awesome.
It's over. And it's all because of you. You, who were destined to become a thrall. Thanks to you, there will be no Illithid Empire. No
There's a dog.
Death God's tyranny. You have earned your place amongst the legends of the Sword Coast. You are the saviors of Baldur's Gate.
Absolutely fantastic, lads. Baldur's Gate 3 is an exquisite masterpiece of a game. Don't get me wrong, it's got its bugs, but none that really spoiled the enjoyment of the game. I didn't experience any major bugs, just niggles like laser occasionally breaking and having to save reload. Sometimes the throw was obstructed when it clearly wasn't. Other than that, lads, the characters, the game, the story, unreal. Absolutely unreal. The way that ended there, even that last boss, like lads, that last boss, we literally beat that with our last attack. If that last attack hadn't have done enough damage, the only fallback plan would have been the spiritual weapon. But we did it. Shadowheart came in with the clutch play, MVP. Unreal. I'm happy that Karlak survived. I honestly thought she was going to die there. I didn't, because she didn't want to go back to Avernus. But now that she's got Will by her side because he is the blade of Avernus, That's incredible. And we've still got Will's father, the Duke, in play to help rebuild Baldur's Gate. Jeremy says, amazing, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you, Jeremy, for being with us. It's been an extravaganza. Daniel, I feel like the game would be cooler if you visited the city before, like in Act 2. Yeah, I did think that. Because as soon as I arrived in the city, I thought, like, normally this is where you start the game, where you can see what's on offer. You can maybe visit the shops and realize that you can't afford anything and be like, oh, well, I'll level up, get more money, use these items. But the city came at the very end, and yeah, it was a bit of a weird one. But then again, I really enjoyed how the game started out in like the fantasy setting with the goblins. I really enjoyed Act 1. Act 2 was fun. You know what it is? I enjoyed every act. I loved Act 1 for what it was. I loved Act 2 for what it was. And Act 3 was... Tell you what, lads, it might sound daft, but the reason why I liked Act 3, because basically every quest in Act 3 was just go and slay some demonic beast or some giant creature or some person that you've been waiting to slay for a long time. There was so much more combat in Act 3 than the rest of the game, which I suppose is the best way to do the game. They've backloaded the combat to allow you to get stronger so you enjoy it more, instead of front loading it when you don't really have many skills and stuff. Cheers, noob. They need to do a DLC as Lae'zel, conquering lands from the back of a dragon. Jeremy, I would love that. Because if there's one person I would like to play other than my own character, it's Lae'zel. I think she's fantastic. I loved her from the instance we met her, when she tried to kill us on the Nautiloid ship. I loved her even more when she was a complete arsehole to us, because she had a job to do. And I loved her even more, again, after she turned her back on... I've had a mental block. On her god. That was fantastic when she turned her back on her god. The story arc was unreal. And you would get to attach to the city and its people and wanted to save them even harder. Yeah, true, Daniel. If that was towards the start of the game and you got to make more friends in the city, you definitely would have wanted to save it more, I agree. But yeah, let me try and think of anything else I want to say about what I think about the game. I enjoyed the combat. The biggest problem with the combat is when you get in a battle where there's lots of enemies, lots of pathetic enemies, because they take 5 years to take a turn. And there's a couple of times when we've just been sat there waiting for 10-20 seconds for an opponent to decide that all they want to do is pass their turn. It really slows the combat down. I think there needs to be a patch where they maybe kind of have a process running in the background that's already calculating enemy moves before it gets to their turn, just so it doesn't make the player wait. Because sometimes we would go into a battle, like for example, I loved this battle, but when we did the battle before Orin in the Baal Temple, there was loads of enemies everywhere, some across the chasm, but we had to wait for them to take their turn, even though they couldn't do anything to us. Daniel says, can I give you another recommendation? I am open to all recommendations. You could have thrown a few more people into a few more pits, but otherwise top tier. Jeremy, I agree. I agree. Because throwing's quite overpowered, at the start of the game it was really good pushing people. It was hilarious. And there was lots of elevation in the first act. Act 2 to a certain extent as well. But I thought the way the battles were designed in the Act 3, you could throw people, but they always brought them inland a bit, so you couldn't quite throw them over the edge to death. But yeah, it's a great mechanic, and it's one that got me absolutely pumped. I think I like Expedition Vikings. I'll have to check it out, Daniel. I'll find out what that is. Is that a turn-based game as well? Because yeah, I loved it. And I think we made a great well, The way I played the game, the way I play all games, is I like to have the biggest, sweatiest weapon we can find and just conquer with it. That's why I made Sken Barbarian, because I thought her starting class of... I can't actually remember what Lae'zel's starting class was, but it was pretty dog shit. It was the knight that could bind weapons to her. Every time we bound a weapon to her and threw it, it did 1 damage. So I kind of didn't see a point to that. Eldritch Knight, that's what she was. Terrible class. When we made her a barbarian alongside my character Sken and Karlach, it was a lot of fun. Shadowheart was amazing, being a Tempest Mage, Tempest Cleric. But I think the problem I've got with magic in this game is the fact that your slots are so limited. If they maybe, I think, lower level slots, level 1, level 2 slots, maybe level 3 to an extent, they should definitely be doubled. Because there's just not enough. Like, you want to play the game, but occasionally you go, oh, well, we'll go to camp to rest because, like, our warriors are in perfect condition. We've only used a few rage charges, but the mages spunked all of her spells. There's just, I don't think the mages get enough spell slots, honestly. Daniel says you're a literal Viking in that game. Razor, Baldur's Gate 3 done, what next, Starfield? So we've played 8 hours of Starfield on release. I like the game, but I'm not very good at playing 2 games alongside each other. I like to just concentrate on one game. That's where all my focus goes. So tomorrow, lads, Starfield, we're picking up where we left off. If I remember correctly, we just done a quest, which was the Batman quest, called the Mantis, where we did that side quest. We got some armor, which was awesome, but we didn't actually use it because we'd already found better armor. And I think we're about to explore that planet a little bit, where the Mantis base was. That's where we're continuing, and then we're going to continue on the story quest for Starfield. So that's tomorrow. I want to see if there's anything at the end of these credits. I don't really want to skip them, because I think the makers of this game deserve to have their name shown on screen on the credits, because it was a masterpiece, this game. It was an extravaganza of epic proportions. It was a bit weird that we got Minsk in Act 3 at the very end, when you have zero chance to utilise him. I think he's a barbarian. It was mentioned that he was a barbarian, but we could have used him. But again, getting a companion that late in the game, just like when Daniel said you get to the town that late in the game, you don't have a chance to build up a friendship or bond with them, so you just don't use them. Yeah, Larian Studios did everyone an absolute solid by making this game. Fantastic. I'm actually just decompressing at the minute, just thinking about how good it was. I don't think I've got anything else to say. Actually, I do have one last thing to say. And it nearly spoiled my entire playthrough. Lads, I'm going to have to hit you with this. You might hate me for it, but there was no way to make my Goblin Queen, Sazar, the one we rescued from the Druid camp, we couldn't make her our party member, and we couldn't romance her. She reminded me of the gremlin from Gremlins 2 that puts all the makeup on. She's a hot piece of ass, and she died in the Goblin camp. Not by our hand. I'm pretty sure the goblins murdered her because we let her go. And she wouldn't attack us because we made friends with her. That struck me in the heart. Would you say you saw everything you need to see in Baldur's Gate 3, or just scratched the surface? Razor, I honestly think I saw pretty much everything there is to say. Sorry, everything there is to see, quest-wise. There was a few quests that I didn't do at the end of Act 3, because I did start them, but they were fetch quests. And I don't do fetch quests, I couldn't be arsed. I think we might have missed one mini-boss, which was Carrion, I think he's called. He's an undead guy, but his quest was just a big fetch quest if we wanted to kill him, and I wasn't prepared to do it. I think there's lots of different ways to do the quests that you get presented with. But I'm not sure how different things will turn out. I know you can be evil in this playthrough, and you can kill the tieflings and join the goblins. But I don't know how much that's going to affect the story. So I think I would say I've seen at least 75% plus of the game. And the rest of it is probably different choices in carrying about different companions with you to see the different dialogue choices. But yeah, great game. Can't romance every NPC, 0 out of 10 worst game ever. True, true. Very true. Can't romance the ogres. Lads, can't join in the ogre threesome that you find in a barn in Act 1. 0 out of 10. But I'll tell you what I was happy about. We only experienced one romance. That was Lae'zel's romance. And I liked it because I think it was tastefully done. I loved how Lae'zel wanted to fight us as part of her love. And she actually beat us in that. She beat us in that battle because I always gave Lae'zel the best equipment. And she had the adamantium armor, which we couldn't land a crit on her, which means we couldn't get an extra attack before we raged, yet she was critting us and doing extra damage. It was so funny, that fight. But we did get a very tender moment after that where she was like, I don't want to hurt you, I want to tend to your wounds. It was amazing. It like added that little extra bit of love for Lae'zel. Also not using your... Oh, Daniel! I completely forgot about that. Yeah, maybe there's a little bit extra that I never saw, because I was completely against using the elicited powers. So I don't actually know what that does. I've got no idea what it does. Daniel, do you know what happens if you... Actually, Noob probably knows well. What happens if you use the illicit powers? Do you, like, start changing and stuff? Not using the illicit powers and parasites doesn't matter, does it not? You can use all the powers and take all parasites and nothing changes. See, that's bullshit. You should have had some reward for not, like, embracing the illicits, because I do think they're scum. I think they need to be eradicated. I think Lae'zel's... I've just remembered the queen of the Gith is called Vlaakith. That's the word I couldn't remember before. After Lae'zel kills the Vlaakith, she needs to hunt down illicits on the dragons. Dude, that fight was terrible for me. My main character had an armor class of 28. I would not hit myself. That's hilarious. An armor... We never quite reached an armor class of 28. The highest we got was 25 or 26 with Shadowheart. The rest of our characters, if I remember correctly, my character Sken had an armor class of 22. Karlach had an armor class of 21. And Lae'zel had the lowest class of 19, I think it was. Just because I wanted more damage dealing things on her as opposed to armor class. But she was a massive damage dealer. Probably the hardest hitter in our team. Noob says, if you use powers, you get ugly. Do you? Well, I'm glad, because I'm all about the fashion souls. Can you? Because I did realise, I think it was at the beginning of Act 3, the Emperor gave us a funny looking tadpole and said we could consume that and also convince our party members to consume it. If we do that, can we turn into mind flayers? Or does that not work? There's a point where you can embrace and make your body change, but it is a dialogue option and you can decline it. Ah, okay. Excellent. You can choose to become a mind flayer or not. Interesting. Is it good? Has anybody... Daniel, Noob, has anybody turned into a mind flayer? Is it good? Aside from looking like a big fanny monster. It is good. It's powerful. Actually, I suppose, do you have all the same powers that... Orpheus. Do you have all the same powers that Orpheus does? Because he had some really powerful things. Like, it was ridiculous. Ridiculously powered. Even though it was ridiculously powered, that psionic beam, which is supposed to do 18 to like 100 damage, we did a maximum of like 35 damage with it. We got really poor rolls. Daniel says not that worth it. Noob says you get more vascular. Do you? You get veins in your head, very vascular. You look like a giant penis. I suppose you do look like a giant penis if you turn into one of those guys. Not that worth it. Yeah. To be fair, I think if we did turn into a Mind Flayer, I probably wouldn't really use the powers. Unless I was at range. Because that uses one full green charge. Whereas we get 2 regular sword attacks from it from being a barbarian. So yeah, I can kind of see how you have to... I do like that, because it kind of stops you getting overpowered. You still have to like concentrate on how many times you can attack in a turn. As you consume more tadpoles, you unlock more the powers. Ah, interesting. Because I did notice in my inventory I had probably about 5, 10 to 15 tadpoles we didn't consume. Yeah, but great game. Like, honestly, I'm so happy I played it. But the double-edged sword of this game is that I will never play it again. It's a one-time play for me. It's too long. It's not too long. For me, it's too long for another playthrough. It's not too long for a regular playthrough. But I think if you do, you definitely get your money's worth for this. The value to money ratio is off the charts. And I think this game wouldn't be as long if it wasn't for the turn-based combat. Because the turn-based combat eats into a lot of the time you play this game. Whereas if it was real-time, which I wouldn't want the game to be real-time, although I think it would be good if it was like Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance and it was real-time. I love the Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance games. I love Champions of Norath. I think that would be nice. Actually, it reminds me of another one of my favourite games of all time, Sacred 2. Incredible game. That's real time. I think it's real time. I remember it being real time. Yeah, that's why it puts me off doing another playthrough, or why I'll probably never do it in my lifetime. Is it takes 100 hours to get through it. If you want to get through it thoroughly, I suppose you could beeline the story. You could beeline the story and finish it in about, I don't know, 50 to 60 hours? The best part about being a Mind Flayer is you get to fly for free. Yeah, I did notice that when we were using that on Orpheus, it was so good for movement. The question is, why would it turn into a Mind Flayer when I can get all the powers and remain with the same body? I suppose, so if you just consume the tadpoles, you can choose not to become a Mind Flayer. That's pretty good. Have you played the Divinity games? Razor, I've only played the Divinity games as a co-op companion when I went to my friend's house, co-op split screen, or co-op on the same screen. I haven't played them. I couldn't tell you what the story is. I was just there to like support my friend in co-op. I did like it. It was turn-based like this. But again, I don't think I'll ever play them. They require so much time, concentration and depth. It's quite mentally fatiguing playing them. Like, this game has required a lot of concentration and stuff to play. It's a very fatiguing game for me. I know you would think it's quite chilled. You would think, oh, turn-based, it's quite easy, quite a chill game to play. But it's actually not. I find like, when I finish streaming after playing this game, I'm quite tired. Whereas if I play a game that requires twitch reflexes, like, or even like Dark Souls and stuff, I'm not actually as tired as playing a turn-based game. I'd say this is more of a thinking man's game. Especially as well, lads, I don't know if it's just me, but when I get talked to a lot, my brain gets tired. Like, do you know when you've got to listen to conversations a lot and go through the dialogue options? I enjoy it, but I'm mentally fatigued at listening to people speak. That's just a me issue. I've always been like that all my life. Like, I need to have it broken up with combat and stuff so my brain gets a rest and then do some talking. Expeditions Vikings is also real time. Oh, that's cool. Uses a lot of our brain RAM. Yes, it does. A lot of brain RAM used to, certainly. Lots of moving parts to keep track of. Planning steps in advance. I agree. And I think that's one of my... I've always said I love puzzle games. I'm quite good at puzzle games. But puzzles that I'm not very good at is planning in advance. Trying to consider what my next move will do and then the move after I can do. Like, I'm not very good at that. I've never been good at like forward planning like that or thinking 2 or 3 steps ahead. And that's what this combat requires. And occasionally in combat, I've done things and realised like, if I'd used this, if I'd done this, it would have had a better solution. But then again, we did just brute force our way through a lot of combat encounters with our barbarians. And that's why I enjoyed the game. I think if you were forced to have a party that required mages, I probably would have enjoyed the game less. Because I did find when we were using Lae'zel as her Eldritch Knight, because her stats were spread about between spells and attacks, we couldn't hit things. We couldn't hit things for good damage. Spells were dog shit. You'd use spells, you'd run out of spells. So basically, you would just use Lae'zel as an archery character doing 3 damage. Whereas, at least with a barbarian, you know what you're getting. Especially with Great Weapon Master, where you get an extra 10 damage for free, which is pretty much doubling your weapon damage at the cost of accuracy. But that works so perfectly with the barbarian's advantage when you use Reckless Attack. I kind of feel we took the easy mode through the game. I know casters probably will get really powerful, but I just can't see them being as good as barbarians. I just can't see it. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. Oh, Jeremy P. Do not get me started on turning valves. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Last stream, we had to solve a valve puzzle. Turning some steam valves to get water and temperature matched up. Or so we thought. It didn't actually work like that. And the problem is, everything you do in this game, there's still that turn-based thing going on in the background. Even if it looks like you're playing the game in real time, you're not really. The turns are still going on in the back end of the game. So when we were turning a valve, we would have to wait 10 to 15 seconds to see what that valve did. It just took the piss. It completely wasted my time. Luckily, we solved it by accident and opened up the door, even though we didn't have to technically get the needles in the centre. I don't know how that worked. I still don't know the actual logic between that puzzle. I'm just glad we brute forced it. Yeah, they could have forced you to have a thief too, but they let you just smash your way through rocks. Jeremy, that's why this game needs a medal of my personal commendation. I've always wondered in games when you pick a barbarian or someone that's got a massive sword, why can't I just smash things? This game allows you to do that, so you don't need to spend half the game picking locks. I just smash chests. Lads, my middle name is the Chest Smasher, and it works so good. There's a mod that allows your party to be 8 people. That would be cool. The only problem I would have with an 8-man party, which actually I don't think is a problem. What I was about to say is having to go through each party member's turn, which it would take a lot of knowledge of how each character works. The reason I got through combat encounters relatively quickly was because I had 3 barbarians, which I knew exactly how to play to their strengths, and Shadowheart, who we learned to play exactly. But I think if you've got different classes, even if you just had 4 different classes on the battlefield, it would require a lot of in-depth game knowledge. You'd have to do your homework to find out how each class worked, to be able to get through the turns quickly. I forgot, what difficulty did you play? I played on the middle difficulty. I think it's called Balanced. It was like I would say it's just the normal difficulty that you choose. Lads, these credits are longer than the game. I want to see if there's like an ending cutscene. I don't want to skip them. To my parents for the tremendous support and by my 2 cats Ship and Shippo. I think we're at the end of the credits here. Daniel, Jeremy, or Razor, or Noob, is there anything else after the credits? Just so I know. There's also a mod for an AI companion where they act automatic. I think I might like that. Do you know what I would kind of like? If there was an option to set your companions to act automatically. I know it might not be optimal, but it would be cool for the lesser battles when you're just fighting goblins or things that don't matter, just to let them go and run and do their own thing, and then you can just control your character. I think that would be a great quality of life improvement. And then on the harder battles, you can toggle it off and then strategize. Yeah. Also, can we just give a shout out to Misty Step for those strategic placement of barbarians during battles? When we Misty Stepped on the Gortash battle, put Lae'zel and Karlach right behind him. That was hilarious. He got absolutely butchered. Misty Step represent. When it worked. There was at times when Misty Step just it wouldn't let you cast Fly or Misty Step, even though we definitely had them. I don't know what caused that. Yeah, Daniel agrees. I think it agrees about the having a companions be able to be automatic until you choose, just to get through mega battles. We don't need Misty Step when you can charge them. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But Misty Step is funny. Actually, we used Misty Step on the Ketheric Thorn battle as well to take down the Mind Flayer. That was such an epic play. In fact, when I think back to all the major battles in the game, this is why the game's good, because a lot of the battles are very memorable. The Ketheric battle, the Baal battle, Orin battle, even though she got absolutely wrecked. She got wrecked. Gortash was fun. I loved the goblin encounter when you slayed the 3 goblin leaders. Lads! Oh my god. Do you know what we never solved? We did a quest back in Act 1 where we got the supplies from the Waybear things. The shipment that we brought to the Zentarim, and they said take it to Baldur's Gate. Who was that for? Karlach just went to Avernus with the shipment destined for Baldur's Gate, because we carried that chest through the entire game. She still got it in her inventory. Who's it for? It wasn't. I'm sure I looked at the side quests in Quest, and we didn't have an option to give it to anyone. Does anyone know who that chest's for? Or what's even in the chest? If I'd have known we wouldn't have completed that quest, I would have opened the chest and find out what's in it. Daniel says the Charger perk's OP. How do you get the Charger perk? Oh, is that the perk you get from the ability upgrade? Was it actually called Charger? The shipment was full of parasites. Really? Right, okay, are we getting an end screen? Come on, baby, I want to see.
There thou art, the dead 3. Thy faces gods, thy actions barely worthy of the name. Didst truly believe thy ploy would succeed? Didst believe I would not notice? Thou soughtst to bolster thy strength by taking away the souls of mortals. But souls vanish when their hosts become mind flayers. Didst think the other gods would not notice? Gods thou may be, yet thou hast proven thyself fools. Everyone. The supplication of Bane,
The whimper of Baal, the death mule of Merkel. Felled by mortals. I overestimated thee. They did not. Vermin, away. Thou wilt trouble us no more.
Oh shit. Who is with us? With us. So he wants to protect souls. And that's why he came to aid us, because mind flayers don't have souls. There we go, lads. Let's press A. Oh, it doesn't tell us. There, so we played it on balanced difficulty. But watch this. This time will be wrong because I'll leave the game running sometimes when I'm taking breaks and things. 117 hours. I don't actually think our playtime was 117 hours. I think our playtime was probably around the 100-hour mark. 17 hours. Let me think. Does that make sense? I've got approximately 90 parts. 90 parts. Let me do the math. 90 parts times 10 divided by 60. Yeah, actually, lads, that makes perfect sense. There's about 15 hours of... Because I streamed this game, and every hour I normally take a break, which is probably only about 5. Let's just say I took 10 minute break every hour. That's 15 hours there of just breaks that would be reflected in this playtime. So it's probably about 100 hours it took us to beat that. And I did try to do every quest, so that's good. Daniel says, so is he the god of death? He might be. He might be. Tactician is better. Do you know what it is? I think Tactician would be awesome for the combat. However, I do enjoy story in games, and I think if I play this on Tactician, while trying to like deliver a good playthrough for you, it could be a bit too difficult for me. Actually, Daniel, in Tactician, what is the difficulty? Is the difficulty that enemies have got more health, or is the difficulty that the enemies are smarter in their plays? Or I'm not sure. It depends. I don't like difficulties where it's just bigger health pools. I think that's dog shit lazy difficulty. But if enemies play better, position themselves better, use spells more intelligently, that might be good. Am I watching the England versus Jocks tonight? I am not. I've got no interest in football or any other sport apart from I like Formula 1, I like MMA, and I like boxing. Although I don't follow them, I watch them when I can. Daniel, for balancing things. Yeah, for balancing things. Okay. So that is it for Baldur's Gate 3. It's been a phenomenal experience. I hope you enjoyed the playthrough, lads, and I'll see you in the next one. In a bit, lads.